Hi, welcome back to my channel. I'm Gerard Lewat, owner and witch of Earth's Curious Goods, and today I'm going to show you how to do a cleansing. Whether you use sage, palo santo, or other methods, cleansings are super important for any kind of work for manifestations or spell work, or just whether you do it daily, weekly, yearly, something you should be doing. So I'll show you how to do that. If you like today's video, don't forget to give it a like, and of course, if you're new around here, don't forget to subscribe. Without further ado, let's begin. Alrighty, so now for cleansing, we're going to need a few things. You're going to need to get your hands on some palo santo. And this is some palo santo. It's always, and when you're getting these things, try to always get it from places that are ethically sourced. You don't want to destroy anything that's part of nature that should not be destroyed. And, you know, so definitely make sure you know where you're getting your stuff. I always make sure to get everything that's ethically sourced if I don't grow it myself. You'll need some sage, whether it's from your garden, like I like to grow mine, or like I said, once again, you can get it online, and there's different ways too. There's sage, garden sage, or sage with lavender, but we're going to need some sage. Or you'll just need some loose herbs, but try to get your hands on some of these items in order to do some cleansing. Even essential oil, here I have lavender essential oil, that comes in handy, and I'll explain that in just a second. So the whole reasoning behind cleansing is it helps clear the air. It helps remove stale energy. And when you're performing manifestations or work, you don't want that energy or that kind of stale non-movement to be part of your work. So that's where cleansing comes in. So we clear the space, we make that space a lot more positive. I'm a big fan of palo santo. It's considered a holy wood. It helps clear some of that stale energy, or it also replaces it with positive energy, so it comes in handy. I'm a huge fan of sage as well, because sage helps cleanse things as well, and it's great for, you know, smudging in general. So just make sure that you just do it correctly, which I'm going to go over. Now, how I like to start if you're going to use any of these items, I like to take a personal candle that has been cleansed and dressed and has intentions inside of it, and I like to light it. And I'll tell you why. So now here we go. So now we have this candle that I put intention into. It has been cleansed and it has its own energy. And it helps to light these things instead of using a lighter or wasting the gas in those lighters. Or a match, you know, a match only lasts for so long versus a candle lasts much longer. So then you light it. And you just light it enough. And if you notice, as you light it, it kind of is on fire. You'll notice that the wood starts to darken. And what I like to do is I wave it out and see all the smoke. And there we are. Hopefully that's being caught on camera. But yes, so the smoke, hopefully, let me put it close to something that's dark as well so you guys can make sure to see it. There you go. And you want to just move around your house. Try to move around your house counterclockwise, going from room to room, every crevice, or if it's just a space that you're noticing needs that cleansing, or maybe it's yourself, you know, you want to circle yourself, you know, cleanse yourself, cleanse those energies, clear the space. Love it. Here I have an abalone shell. This comes in handy with keeping the sage or keeping the palo santo for that matter. Sometimes I will also use my cauldron. Just make sure that it's a heat safe, you know, heat safe proof kind of container, so that way it doesn't cause any fire. So I put it in here. The next part is sage, and sage is the same way. If you notice, I'm just going to put it above the candle. Just get it nice and burnt. So if you notice, I didn't have to use another match or use the lighter. And just bring it out, and there we are with sage. So same thing, smoke. Now with sage though, When you're using the smoke helps to trap negativity, helps trap those stale energies and energies that should not be there, and it puts it into the smoke. However, now the smoke is still in that space. So that's where you want to open up your windows, open up your doors, and you're going to want to let all that smoke out. So close up everything, light your sage around. Once again, you're going to want to go from room to room, counterclockwise if you can through the whole house. If it's a property, then you want to do property as well, or yourself, you know, you want to counterclockwise around yourself, see yourself being cleansed. But once you do that smoke, once again, especially if you're indoors, if you're outdoors, you don't have to worry about it. But indoors, you have to worry about that because now that smoke is still there. Okay, and you don't want that smoke lingering, so that's why you want to open up the doors, the windows, and you want to let all that smoke dissipate out of the house, out of the area that you have just cleansed with the sage. So just make sure that that's what you do with the sage, okay? Another way that you can cleanse is you'll need a pot, some water inside of it, essential oil if you want to, or just some loose herbs. Patchouli works well, hyssop works well, lavender, which is the essential oil that I'm using here. And what you'll want to do is you'll want to put a few drops. I'm not going to be cleansing my house right now. I cleanse it all the time, but you want to put a few drops into the actual water. I would recommend 12 to 20 drops. And from there, you're going to bring this to a boil where it's just steaming. And then you're going to take it and you're going to walk around the house once again, counterclockwise. Okay? For this, it's not creating any kind of smoke, so it's not like sage, so you just want to walk around the house and just cleanse everything, okay? If you're going to use loose herbs, same method. You're going to take the loose herbs and sprinkle some inside of it. I would recommend about a handful inside of it, and then once again, bring it to a boil, take it off of it, and then as it's steaming, you're going to walk around the house with it, okay? So just a few things to help cleanse. There's a lot of other different methods. I just wanted to make sure that you have a few cleansing techniques in your arsenal of things to do to help with your manifestations and spell work. Well, I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe. And as always, love yourself and others. Stay earthy, stay magical. Bye for now.